How are you?
I'm doing fine. I hope you can hear me, sir. Welcome.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
Loud and clear, sir. Thank you so much for being a part of our program today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So, it's been a very overwhelming period for some of us in this discourse for a transformed country where security uh, has become I say a gold mine. It becomes something that's almost looking like we are seriously struggling to get right. So the topic for us this morning, insecurity not a mystery or a symptom of health compromise? How should we look at this serious concept as it affects our daily lives as citizens, of course, as members of this great nation, Nigeria? Thank you, sir.
Well, again, Bishop, thank you for having me, and good morning to Jordan FM listeners and our wonderful callers. Let me say clearly that I really do not have the strength to have this conversation today, but I just have to because I don't know what's really going on. But then again, I do not believe that Nigerian states will have this level of insecurity and the states carries on as if nothing is happening or nothing has happened. Bishop, let me say clearly, let me show you one of the things or some of the things that bother me. In 2014, right? Government girls secondary school Chibok was attacked by Boko Haram and 276 girls were taken away, right?
Yes, sir.
Then in 2018, Government Science and Technical College Dapchi in Yobe State was attacked and 110 girls taken away, right? December 11, 2021, Government Science College, is it Kagara in Niger State, were attacked. And I think that 27 children were taken away. So in February 26, 2021, Government Girls Secondary School, Jangbede, something of that nature. I hope I remember the name. Jangebe, something, Zamfara State, was attacked. And about 279 females were taken away by bandits. Did you get that? Then on 11th of March 2021, Federal College of Forestry and Mechanization, in Afaka, located somewhere in Kaduna State, was attacked and 39 students were taken away by bandits. In June 2021, Federal Government College, Benin Kebbi, was attacked and 11 students were taken away. Then in January 2023, LEA Primary School, Nasarawa State, was attacked and 6 children were taken away. In January 2024, Apostolic Faith Secondary School, Ekiti State, was attacked. And a teacher was killed. Then Sangaya Secondary School, located somewhere in Gidan, Bakuso, in Sokoto State, was attacked in March 2024. 15 children were taken away. Bishop yesterday or day before yesterday, no, yesterday, on the 17th day, Federal Government College, Bin Kebi, was attacked yesterday. And 102 children were taken away. Bishop, what is going on? What is going on? Human Rights Watch reports 2024 showed that about 1,000 and over 1,600 children had been kidnapped. Daily Trust report that has already been pulled down, I can't find it again, said about 968 military and police have been killed by Boko Haram, ISWAP, bandits, and the crisis in Southeast. Now, why I explained this to you is to show that a state, a country that condones this kind of program, that condones this kind of killing, the annihilation of its own people. I don't know what to call that country. A Lieutenant Colonel Oba, you can see how he was killed. And Bishop, do you know the funniest part of it? The military denied his abduction. In short, the military said he actually returned to base. So what I'm saying, therefore, is that we cannot, the truth of the matter, therefore, is that the Nigerian state cannot continue in this pedestal. We can't. Because really, the only reason state exists, government exists, why the people have surrendered their sovereignty to individuals, is because the state has the responsibility to protect its people. Even if the Nigerian state cannot guarantee the welfare of the Nigerian people, it has responsibility to protect the lives of Nigerians. That's the only reason. That's a major reason the state exists. This country has spent huge amount, billions of naira in the name of in the name of fighting security, or the name of guaranteeing security of the people. But Bishop, what has changed? But then again, if the Nigerian state is serious, let the Nigerian states, let the Nigerian government mentions the sponsors of this program. Mention them and put them to trial and send them to jail. Enough of this wicked elite compromise. You're losing your citizens. You're losing your army. You're losing the children. Schools are being closed. Farms are being deserted. And all what you are interested in is politics. Men, come on. Where is our conscience? What is going on? Even if we think that nobody would ask us, we should also realize that God will ask us. Because I don't understand how we have had this level of killings, this level of abduction, and there seems not to be any improvement. Bishop, but let me tell you, and I need you to quote me, and I need you to, let's have this discussion next year, if God permits, by the grace of God, because we do not own our lives. The Nigerian state has lost, quote me anywhere, the Nigerian state has lost the capacity to address insecurity. You know why? The level of elite compromise we have allowed in the name of politics, in the name of having access to power, cannot allow or cannot enable the state to address insecurity anymore. It's unfortunate, but this is the truth. Because what we see, the highest the state can do is to issue press conference. Since the Trump threat, Bishop, what has changed? Rather, we are recording worse attack, and there is no serious reaction from the states. There is none. All what we hear is rhetorics, because we have allowed elite interest, the elite compromise, to put the Nigerian state where we are today. And we think it's normal. Is that what you think? I do not believe, because you were telling me about intelligent gathering. Nobody should tell me that. I do not believe that the Nigerian state does not have enough intelligent gathering to bring this to an end. What has happened is that the state simply does not care. That's what it is. And I think that we need to draw demarcation. We need to draw clear boundary between politics and governance. This is politics taken too far, for God's sake. This is politics taken too far. And I do not understand why the Nigerian state should allow this kind of failure, this kind of elite compromise, this kind of, I don't understand why the state will watch bandits, ragtag army, kill its soldiers, kill its police, kill its citizen, stop its children from going to school, stop people from going to farm, get farmers to pay tax to access their farm. And not what we do, we run to Abuja where we think is safe, and we speak English, we condemn the act. Who are the sponsors of this terror, this genocide? Who are the sponsors of this terror, this pogrom? Why would you record this level of annihilation of our own citizens? People need to be brought to book. People need to be brought to book. You cannot, in a broad daylight, see bandits ride on motorcycles. Broad daylight, Bishop. People supply food to these guys. People supply petrol. People give them logistics. This guy, for God's sake, had all the time to sit down kill a lieutenant colonel and make the video. What kind of audacity is this? What kind of temerity is this? In a country of 200 million people, in a country that prides itself to be the giant of Africa, in a country that sits with other committee of nations to call itself a sovereign state. And this is happening in a country that allocate huge amount of resources in the name of guaranteeing security everywhere. Bishop, this cannot happen. And this should not be allowed to happen. This is not acceptable, Bishop. It is not acceptable. It is not. It is not. This is what I'm saying.
Thank you so much, Dr. Liberty. I really appreciate you. Just by way of information, the army guy is actually a brigadier general. And the school in KB is actually Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School. That's MAGA. That's Danko Wasani. Just by the way of giving information.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I really thank you, sir.
Okay.
Now, this one I really do not have any question to ask you, but as we were just talking, something else just crept up in my spirit.
Okay.
Now, just to ask, because this period must be brutal with the information, and because we have left too many things to chances, and I don't think it's right for us to do that. Now, when we talk about sovereignty as a nation, Nigeria, are we really a sovereign nation?
No, we are not.
If the answer,
if
the answer is yes, then how come we have some laws that, sir, we always discuss, there are some things I can't say for the sake of my safety. How come we have some things, we have some system that allow some perpetration of evil, and then we say we are sovereign? Is that really what sovereignty is all about?
Well, I don't
room for evils.
Well, I don't think that the issue, the conversation really is about because we allow evil, that's why we are not sovereign nation. But I think that we bandit words around too much, and even see the journalists talk about it. Before you can begin to say the word sovereignty means, you can actually survive without anybody. That's what sovereignty means. That's why people talk about food sovereignty and are no more talking about food security. Now, you can't be thinking that you are a sovereign nation and you can't even, because what I want you to know is that as we speak today, if the West decide to cut Nigeria off internet, we won't be having the conversation we are having now. Are we? We don't have. The West can stand up and take us completely off the internet. Completely off internet. We can't access any social network. There is nothing we can do. We are purely dependent nation. We can't even fund our budget. We can't even refine our code. We can't even boast of any serious intellectual or any serious technology. What are we known for? So it's so easy for people to say, well, we are a sovereign nation because people are saying US shouldn't come. That's not the conversation. It's so easy to banter word, but that's a conversation for another day. What really constitutes sovereignty is a conversation for another day. But what I'm saying, therefore, it's not that the Nigerian state does not have the law. And that's why I say both penal and criminal code applicable in both North and South already criminalizes kidnapping. That's what it is. So you don't really even need to go start looking for a new law to address the issue of kidnapping. That's why when I listen to people say this state has a past kidnapping law, criminalized kidnapping, I say, what a minute, what's wrong with us? Kidnapping, killing, rape, defilement, these are criminal, these are crimes against the states. So what really is going on? What has happened over time is that we have allowed elite impunity, elite compromise, laced with the elite interests for politics to keep us where we are. That's what it is. Some individuals are really bigger than the institution.
I actually asked you that question the other day when we were having a little.
Yes.
I asked you.
And that is why.
There are persons that look like they are bigger than the country.
Yes. And that is why. And that is why. And again, and that is why you see that the institutions, nothing is actually working, because every decision, down to the decision about our own security, is tainted on political consideration. That's the problem. When you come in terms of, we allowed public safety issues to become a major national security because we choose politics over governance. Nigerian state cannot say that the military intelligence or the security intelligence are valuable to her. It doesn't know those behind this kind of pogrom, behind this kind of killing. You say can't say doesn't know. But what has happened is that politics is placed above governance. Anybody that comes manages the situation because the interest is politics. And that's why I've told you now that you can quote me. By the grace of God, we may have this discussion again next year. As it is today, the Nigerian state has lost the capacity to address insecurity. Bishop, I was in Zakibia. In 2001. In 2001, I was writing WAEC at a secondary school, Mbateri Community Secondary School. After Zakibia, the community is Kado. I witnessed the behavior of the military men when some military men were killed in Zakibia. I was there. If you know, how can you lose about 900 to 960 military men and policemen? How can you wake up in the morning and see a senior military official like Oba executed in that manner, and the picture and the video shared, and the state looks at it and carries on? Who does that? Do you know what it means to kill a single military man? Do you know what it means? I expect that wherever those that carry that atrocity are now, the state would have visited them with the level of consequence that is commensurate to that kind of action. And what are we saying? When you see this kind of atrocity, the elites come out to tell you to talk about negotiation, to talk about dialogue. to talk about de-radicalization. In any case, I challenge the states, I challenge the Nigerian government to show me one repentant Boko Haram member or one repentant bandit that is living with the community. They should show me one. Because what happens is that even the communities are not accepted. After that charade, these guys still go back to the bush because there is no acceptance, there's no repentance. Bishop, why are we deceiving? Why are we deceiving ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? What's going on? For God's sake, what's going on? For God's sake, what is really going on? I don't understand how we allow this kind of failure, how we allow this kind of incompetence, all in the name of politics. Those who sponsor Boko Haram, those who sponsor Nigerian killings should be brought to book. Justice should be meted. This is what I think, Bishop. And I don't think that there's a reason the Nigerian people should be killed in this manner in a country that has constituted authority. No, it is not justifiable and it's unacceptable.
Thank you so much, Dr. Liberty. I really appreciate you. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you for all that you have said this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.